Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
We are in the midst of stardom this morning. We absolutely know it. And by watching the show this morning, you get to join us on this ride because Ethan Slaughter is here. He is a senior at LaFayette High School with his guitar in his lap because he is heading off on October 7th, right?
Yes, ma'am.
To New Orleans to compete in American Idol. You've already crossed 2 audition hurdles and you are on your way.
I'm on my way.
One more time on that stage and maybe you're off to Hollywood, is that right?
Well, I'm hoping and praying.
You're
I'm
hoping
gonna try my best.
So here's why I've got this humongous smile on my face this morning. First of all, look how cute he is. Why wouldn't you? But last year, we went down and we did a whole thing between Christmas and New Year's about the arts in schools. And we highlighted students and choirs and things from different schools. So LaFayette High School chose Ethan and some other classmates to talk with us, and Ethan was sick. So you could talk to me barely.
Yeah.
And you couldn't sing.
Nope.
And it broke your heart because you wanted to have a chance to show the world what you got.
Yes, ma'am.
But what you got, Ethan, is an old soul. Were you born as an old soul?
I believe so, yeah.
So the type of music you most like is what?
Classic country.
Classic country. So there are people watching you maybe thinking, okay, so everybody likes Hank Williams and Johnny Cash, but young kid couldn't possibly sing it. You were born with an old voice too, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get that from?
Well, I really don't know. I mean, I guess the Lord kind of blessed me with it, and you know, I grew up around all that old music. Around my grandpa showed me all that old stuff, and I guess kind of went from there. And been listening to it ever since I can remember.
It obviously speaks to you because most people, when they're a teenager, go through times in their life where they kind of will ditch what music they like and they'll listen to their contemporary music. Yeah. And maybe you have some fun rapping away too, I don't know. But you obviously have your own path and you're going to stick to it.
Yep, that's right. I ain't never leaving that old country music.
You're not going to leave it. So I asked you about your guitar because when you pulled it out of the case, the first thing I noticed were all your stickers, which any good guitar player is going to have a lot of stickers on the case.
Right.
But I asked you if there was a story behind the guitar. Remember what you told me?
Well, I said that it's been through it all with me, pretty much. That's the only story it can tell. The story that I've lived so far is what it can tell.
How old were you when you got it?
I'd say maybe 14 or 15.
Okay.
It wasn't that long ago.
Is that when you began playing the guitar?
Yes, ma'am.
That seems to be a magic age, 13, 14, to pick up that guitar. Do you write any of your own music? I know you love to do covers of old songs.
I have wrote 2 songs and I put them on my new album that's out.
How do people get the album?
It's on all the music platforms like iTunes and Spotify. It's on YouTube. You just look up my name and it'll come up.
So let's talk about this journey to American Idol and eventually to Hollywood. You did the first 2 auditions on Zoom, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
How did that go?
Well, they sent me, you know, I filled out the papers online and everything, and they sent me an email that showed where I could join the Zoom, and I joined it, and there was a bunch of other people in there, and you kind of went in like this waiting room. And there was a guy that sat in there with you, was sitting there with everybody. And the producer would pull you out one by one, and they would audition you. You know, asked you how old you was and all the familiar stuff. Then you'd sing your song, and if they wanted another one, you'd sing another one. So I got to sing 2 songs. Today I Started Loving You Again by Merle Haggard, and I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love With You by Hank Williams.
Good boy.
And so I made it through the first round. And they sent me to what they call the winner's circle. And obviously, I mean, if it's called the winner's circle, you know, only a few people made it there.
Yeah.
And another producer pulled me out, and they auditioned me, and I sang that Merle Haggard song again. But in my downstairs basement, I have an Elvis wall that was behind me. I'm a big fan of Elvis. So the woman sang the Elvis stuff and said, "You got to sing me an Elvis song." So I sung her the Elvis song, "That's All Right, Mama." And there was 2 other judges on there with her, and she said, "Let me ask them," and they said yes.
Aww.
So they sent me over to another producer, and
the rest is history.
Here we go.
So I know you're going to sing for us. You can't have your guitar in your lap and not let us take advantage of you, but do you get the feeling, Ethan, that these producers, they see a lot of talent come through? I have a feeling you're a standout, because it's not just your talent. You just got this aura about you. You know you do. You know you have it. Do you think that they're super excited to see you hit that stage in New Orleans?
I think so. One of the women I was doing a Zoom call with heard me talk and sing, and she said, "Man, Luke Bryan's gonna love your voice."
There you go. Okay, so they keep it a secret for him. Like when he leaves on October 7th, he does not even find out where he's going to stay until the day before.
Yep.
So except for the fact that he's going, there's not anything else he can really share this morning except his crooning voice. So watch for him. We'll keep you updated on his progress. When we know more, we'll share it with you. Best of luck to you, Ethan
Thank
Slaughter. Sing us a classic.
All right. Well, I think I'll sing that one for you by Merle Haggard that I tried out with, and hopefully it's going to do me some luck here. There it is. Today I started loving you again. Today I started loving you again, and I'm right back where I've really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend. And today I started loving you again. What a fool I was to think I could get by with only these few million tears I've cried. I should have known the worst was yet to come, and that crying time for me had just begun. 'Cause today I started loving you again. Lord, I'm right back where I've really always been. I got over you just long enough to let my heartache mend. And then today I started loving you again.
Yay!
Thank you.
Good luck to you. I gotta have a squeeze.
Thank you.
We're back after this.
Friday only from 10 a.m. to midnight at Ashley Home Store's Midnight Madness. Buy one, get one half off. Buy this sofa, get the matching love seat half off. Or get 0% interest for 5 years. Friday only at Ashley Home Store.